Another thing is, everybody worries about, like I said, it's just like you have Starline glass, Starline brass and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I had one of the biggest brass manufacturing, or mines, brass mining. And brass, I believe, might be a mixture of metals or a mixture of rocks to basically make brass or something. I forget exactly how it's made. Anyway, though, whatever. That's up to the mining. Anyway, like I said, everyone knows that star mining, Lucifer Star, by the way, me, Starline. Anyway, but most people don't understand about like canned food. Like I said, canned food was coming from Germany at one point in time. Like I said, I'm more of a European, really, but yeah, German and all that other stuff. Like I said, not really so much the air-cooled engines, although I did invent them. But realistically, the inline engines and the V engines, pretty much the Rolls-Royce manufacturing complex, that engine company pretty much I own. I was the first royalty or whatever, and in fact, because I invented it. The queens used to work for me, so whatever. Anyway, they sold my dishes and stuff like that and talked to the people and showed up for public events and all that. So, yeah. Anyway, cans and all that. The idea of making a can and pressing and folded metal ideas. Folded metal, like I said, my Titanic ships and all that other stuff, but when we got really good metallurgy, I thought, well, can't we just make a can or whatever? Or folded metal or whatever? Tin, really. Technically, I'm the one who enacted or made the tin empire possible. But tin and making food, pasteurization of food as well, steam pasteurization or whatever, and also saying like I said, food was going bad, and I said, well, it's probably the air gap on top. They used to have an air gap or whatever, or air inside cans. So I said, well, what if we just filled them all the way up, and then we boiled them to kill all the germs off. And that was back when I said this when people really didn't know about germs. They hadn't actually found germs yet. But I said there could be some. I said, well, there's very small things that live in the world, bacteria and stuff like that, things you cannot see. And at the time, people said, what do you mean we cannot see them? And I said, well, there's little bitty little life forms which you cannot see. So, and high heat kills most life forms, or extreme cold. So, anyway, I believe some German people or whatever started working with pasteurization. Like I said, they didn't really see any real reason why they should be heating up these cans after they put the fluid and the stuff inside of them. But they said, whatever. So they started heating up the cans, and just because. Anyway, get it up. I think I said above boiling. I said somewhere around. They asked what temperature, and I said, well, somewhere where when the water starts to bubble or boil, that should do it. Anyway, I don't really know. Like I said, I had many great people, and like I said, my Lucifer, my LS shipyard or my White Star Lines company. So basically, that was Lucifer Star Line, me. Anyway, so I suggested to people that they boil water, and I had people working on putting things in cans and then boiling them because they would last longer. And then if we could just get food to last longer. Anyway, then we wouldn't have such a big food problem. Anyway, whatever. I had many great people. Like I said, like the Irish would say, we're no slouches either, and they were not. Like I said, I had many great Irish people and many great Germans and many great people and many great Chinese, and all of them were at least as good of an inventor as me, basically. But anyway, though. But yes. Funding and having these made and stuff like that, and then distributed so people could have pairs any time of the year and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, getting the first world crops, what they call the world crops or whatever, getting food put around the world and farming everywhere. Anyway, yeah, it's a very big picture you see. As Rick Bush would say, it's a big picture, the big picture, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yes, Lucifer Starline is a big picture. My beautiful ships, my White Star ships, with black or blue bottom and stuff like that. And my LS, my Belfast shipyard, built many wonderful, great ships. And they would sail the seven seas. Like I said, we used some oil, but mostly they were coal or coke or coke. Usually coal. Like I said, I had great big coal mines. And like I said, with hydropower and electrical smelting, we didn't really need the coal for using other things, although we did have other coal plants. Anyway, basically, I'm a steam empire person. I had steam shovels, steam trains, steam choo choo choo, which is why a lot of my stuff was LS steam trains and stuff like that. So, anyway, my people just kept on building and stuff like that. So, yeah, whatever, but that's who I am. I'm Lucifer Star. Anyway, technically, I was sentenced as Germany's leader. For the war and death. Anyway, like I say, good luck figuring out who named America beside me. You won't find him. Or where exactly did Lucifer Starline come from? Or the White Star Line Company? Well, like I say, it came from the LS shipyard. Like I said, we were Germans. We were a group of Germanians, I believe, or something like that. A group of Irish people and other people and some other people, and we were building the biggest ships of them all and doing all kinds of things. I am the inventor of flight, aircraft. And by the way, like I said, I love the British. The Britannic is a beautiful ship. And well, the cross means medical. I guess that would actually maybe even be a star. I don't know. Like I said, all kinds of different stars. Even I would be confused about all the different facts of the world. Like I say, and later on, things like auto-tune and other things like that, and also computers. Technically, you could consider almost being a computer at the time. A long time ago. Like I said, well, there are other people that would say that they did the reproductive system on the female body, which is probably somewhat true. I don't know. Like I said, I did lots of stuff myself. Many life forms came together to create what is known as humanity, or the human body. Anyway, like I say, when you go to sleep at night, when you think about yourself, when you think about the world around you, all you need to do, if you want to know who your creator is, well, me. If you want to know the truth, you can go to China or Belfast. Like I said, there are many truths in the world and in the universe, and you're going to be very confused. Like I say, you're not alone. You're never alone. There are thousands upon millions upon billions of life forms out there in the universe, as well as here on Earth. When people were getting sick and food was going bad, they wanted to know why. I said, well, it could be the viruses. Or I wanted to know why too, anyway. Anyway, I don't know. No, I think I knew why. Anyway, a lot of people didn't believe that there were things that they couldn't see. Like I say, I said, yes, there's little bitty microorganisms, and also little bitty particles that you can't see. Anyway, people set to work finding these microbes, or micro things, small things, basically. And I said, well, try using lenses, like a telescope, or something like that. But I think I might have suggested turning a telescope upside down or something like that. And I don't know. Like I said, I think they tried it, and it didn't exactly work out right, or something like that. But they got the idea, and they understood what I meant. Like I said, I was very young, and I was on vacation, so. And I had to pretty much, like I said, while on vacation, I had to basically, because several people asked, what do we do? What do we do? And I was like, well, I'm on vacation, but here's some hints. So I walked some people through some things. And they wrote some things down, and they basically, like I said, they were suddenly headfirst into the deep end of basically what is basically being a creator, being a leader of a country, and being a leader of the whole human race. Anyway, like I say, they stumbled through it and all that other stuff, and they got through it. Like I say, I was a great leader of 100 trillion years, and I could lead people with my eyes closed practically, and I may have. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's not, like I said, with such a nice planet and everything else, it's not hard to lead thousands or millions of people. It's actually really easy, unless you have some psychotic person on your hands. Anyway, though, gambling, all kinds of things, even prostitution, all that. Yes, I didn't see a problem with it exactly. Anyway, I don't really mind. I don't really care. It's fine if a woman wants to use her body to get things. That's okay, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just your creator, the Lord Lucifer Star. And people followed my advice or followed everything, and well, we're just fine, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. We got through it, didn't we? Even with Mr. Brown. A plague unto this world! A plague unto this world! My black people will be a plague unto this world! With a little kid. It was worse when the Bloods and the Crips were when the Bloods and the Crops were actually listening to him and actually considering him leader. Anyway, well, and somewhere in Germany, oh look, free metal. It's quite hard to get, you know. Oh well. That's what happens when people lie. People steal and people screw around with reality or public opinion. Shrug. I don't know.